Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we're going to look at this small spoon here. It's my favorite coffee spoon, actually the spoon I use the most of everyone we got in our kitchen. This is applewood, crab applewood actually, and super nice, very high quality wood to make spoons in. It's really strong and really dense and just super nice. And in the beginning this was very bright, but it has got so much color from coffee and tea, most coffee, so you can really see that this spoon here has been used 1,000 times or more. When I talk a lot about spoons, one of the things you might hear the most is don't just put it on the shelf, but use it. And I really like when I make things for customers that they use them, but also you can see that they just got stained and got a lot of patina. So this is not a very big project. The good thing about these spoons is that you don't really need a lot of wood for it, and when you split your lugs for other spoon projects, all the small pieces is very nice to use. They're suitable for these small spoons. I really like the octagon handle because you can roll it on your fingers, and actually you don't need to only use this for jam or coffee, or like you can use it to eat with, or as a baby kid spoon. I just use them a lot for coffee. So for this project we need an axe. I use my Karlsson Morakniv, the 106, and I got two special awesome Karlsson spoon knives too, a left and a right-handed, and we need our template. And the piece of wood we need for this project is just a small piece like this. If I put down the spoon here, it fits. So when I said you just needed a piece of scrap wood from other projects, you don't need more than a small piece like this. So just start with some trimming. To make it easier. To make some proper drawing for the template. And you don't need to make this like 100% accurate, because this is just a rough drawing. And again, with these axe cuts, try to make some these relief cuts that opens up the fibers. So look at this technique here. I'm not axing from the side, but I'm chopping right down, but I'm angling the axe. So when it comes down, it kind of breaks up the fibers because it will do like this. When I picked up this piece of walnut here, it actually kind of bended like this, but I made the template on the other side. But I want the fibers, because there's a lot of strength in the fibers that go this way. So I'll just remove a bit up here so I can put on the drawing or the template. So this can be a very nice spoon here. So this is a spoon. It's a bit narrow in the head, but it doesn't matter because this is not supposed to be a super hardcore good looking spoon. It's just a good looking spoon, and if it's a bit off on one of the sides, it doesn't really matter because it's a functional piece. You have to stir your coffee, and you can do with that with a stick if you want. But you know, it's the functionality, and then a bit of aesthetics afterwards. So I always begin with the knife at this part to trim down the handle like this. on the back side and then on the top. I want clean surfaces everywhere, so it's easier to draw on or just trimming it down and making the small nice details. When the handle is trimmed down and it's squared, I try to make some of the small, actually there's a bit small lump here of wood, so I'll remove that. So this is all squared up, and then I am going to make the octagon handle. So there's 4 surfaces right now, and I'm going to make 8. So I'm making these curls, which is like an art piece itself. And then I'm trimming them away from the other side. And then from the other side, I'm carving down the handle to the bottom instead of like this because of the direction of the fibers. Well, here I'm starting from the spoon blade and to the end of the handle. So the end of the handle is going to look like this, or close to. So the spoon head or spoon blade is not really symmetrical, so there's a bit material here I need to carve away. thing to be aware of is that the transition from the handle to the spoon blade, this part here cannot be too thin. If you're going to make it thin here, it has to be high at this spot. But I don't want to make that small detail. I just want it to be the same size and thickness all around the handle. The octagon handle of this is almost done, and now it's just to trim some of the crank, the inside of the spoon here with a knife. And then for the bowl, and I always start with the left-handed, I'll do this technique here. To start some of the hollowing on the back side of the bowl. And then for the right-handed. So now the bowl is hollowed, and now I'm just going to trim the rim around, make it nice and smooth. So the last part here is just to trim off the edges around here and there. Make those sharp 90 degrees edges, 45 angle, so you just put a small chamfer or cut away that weak spot. And then back to the spoon knife to trim the bowl inside. These are some of the last cuts before drying. And don't remove too much, because you need 10% in total extra material to remove when it's dry, to trim it and to make it even more good looking. Because all the fibers will rise when it's drying, and we don't want those, because we cannot get that silky soft, nice shiny surface if not there's enough wood to remove. So now I finished the spoon, and I actually think that it's okay. It just needs a day to dry. There's not a lot of wood here, and the moisture will evaporate like this, and it will not crack even though you just leave it in the room, because again there's not a lot of tension in the wood. When with the moisture, and when it leaves, it won't make it crack. If it were one, maybe a half centimeter thicker, then it might be a problem, but not as I see it like this. So I will leave this on the table for a day and then finish it tomorrow. So pretty simple spoons, and I really like and really enjoy making these spoons, because I use these a lot, or to give for my family as a gift or something. It's not a lot, but it's still a small thing that you hopefully will use a lot. So a way to turn some of your scrap into useful things, well, this is a very nice project. So I hope I just gave you a few nice ideas and techniques to how to make small spoons like this. And if you got any questions, please throw a comment in the comment section, and I'll try to answer as good as I can. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.